you're like, wait a second, like, come on, man, this is too.
Ladies and gentlemen, buckle up, because The View has done it again. Just when you thought they couldn't sink any lower, they've managed to outdo themselves in pure, unfiltered hypocrisy. This time, they didn't just attack a public figure, they went after an innocent child. Yes, you heard that right. A panel of so-called strong, independent women sat there, live on national television, and made a mockery of a celebrity's child. And not just any child, one born into one of the most influential families in the world. Their smug laughter, their snide comments, it was nothing short of disgusting. The same women who lecture us all on morality, on kindness, on respect, just threw all of that out the window for a few cheap laughs. Why? Because it's easy to bully someone who can't fight back. Because controversy brings ratings. Or maybe, just maybe, because their personal bias against the child's famous parent is just that deep. It was a full-blown public humiliation, and the internet is not having it. Outrage is spreading like wildfire, and people are calling for consequences. But will these women face any backlash? Or will the mainstream media sweep it under the rug, as they always do? One thing is for sure, The View just exposed themselves in the worst possible way. And now, the world is watching. But before we dive into the drama, make sure to subscribe to our channel. Whoopi Goldberg just proved she has zero boundaries. And this time, she went too far. With that signature smugness, she smirked and mocked a child on national television. Yes, a child, she sneered. Oh, so he brought little X to the Oval Office. He doesn't even own Instagram. What was the point of this little publicity stunt? And then, cue the forced robotic laughter from the audience. Hysterical, Whoopi, just hysterical. But the internet was not laughing. Social media exploded in outrage. One user put it best: Whoopi Goldberg is now making fun of Elon's kid's name and the audience is laughing, picking on a child, she's evil. Another called out the disgusting hypocrisy. The same people who preach against bullying have zero problem bullying a toddler. The mask is slipping, folks, and it is not pretty. But Whoopi? Oh, she wasn't done. She doubled down, this time attacking Elon Musk himself. She accused him of being too transparent as the head of Doge. Transparency is bad now? The same Whoopi Goldberg who has spent years screeching about accountability now has a problem with someone actually being transparent? She spat out, "You know, there's a difference between cutting fat and giving people information they should not have. Nobody elected you." Oh, so that's how it is, Whoopi? So, transparency is only good when it benefits you? Musk wasn't elected, but neither was Whoopi or her elitist panel of hypocrites, and yet they sit there day after day dictating morality to the rest of us. But this time, she went too. Whoopi Goldberg just made a fool of herself. Again. But this time, she didn't just embarrass herself. She exposed The View's raging hypocrisy for the entire world to see. With that holier-than-thou smirk, she scoffed at Elon Musk, mocking his push for government transparency. And then, she dropped the dumbest take of the decade. Nobody elected him. Excuse me, what? Since when do citizens need permission to expose government corruption? The internet instantly roasted her. One user nailed it. Whose information is it, if not the taxpayers who funded it? Boom. Case closed. But then, Joy Behar made it worse. She tried fact-checking Musk on the US spending $50 million on Con for Gaza, except she botched it hilariously. No, it wasn't Gaza in the Middle East. It was Gaza in Mozambique. I'm sorry, what? So the lie wasn't about wasting millions on cons, it was just the wrong Gaza? Meanwhile, Musk didn't even need to respond. The View just self-destructed. Once again, Elon Musk shatters the insanity with nothing but cold, hard logic. And once again, The View crashes and burns, looking less like a talk show and more like a circus act of shrieking baseless outrage and full-blown meltdowns. They are completely detached from reality, spinning lies, twisting stories, and throwing tantrums. But here's the thing about the truth, it doesn't care about their feelings. And today, they've been exposed. Again. But wait, it gets even worse. Just when you thought this train wreck couldn't go any lower, Donald Trump himself stepped in. At a separate event, he didn't just acknowledge Musk, he praised him. That's right. While the media desperately tries to tear Musk down, real leaders are paying attention. This is an absolute disaster for The View, and the internet is eating it up. And this is exactly why the elites can't stand Elon Musk. They can't silence him. They can't control him. And every time they try to take him down, they end up embarrassing themselves instead. Case in point? The View just exposed themselves in the worst way possible, mocking a child, twisting facts, and throwing a tantrum because Musk refuses to play their game. At this point, The View isn't a talk show, it's a live meltdown. These women claim to stand for fairness, accountability, and justice, but the second someone they don't like dares to tell the truth, they lose their minds. Hypocrisy at its finest. Now let's be real, this was never about facts. This was never about accountability. This was about smearing Musk at any cost. But guess what? It backfired. Big time. The internet isn't buying their fake outrage. The media can't protect them from their own stupidity. And now, The View is officially a laughingstock. But here's where it gets even worse for them. While these clueless elites mock and whine, actual leaders are paying attention. Donald Trump himself just stepped in, not to attack Musk, but to praise him. Let that sink in. While The View desperately claws for relevance, real power players are recognizing what Musk is doing. Drop your thoughts in the comments, and if you love watching the elites crash and burn, make sure to like, share, and subscribe.